Honestly, I'm so scared to keep reading at this point. When I saw this update, I got this nasty feeling in the pit of my stomach because I know it's just going to keep going worse and worse. But the art and the story is just so good, I can't stop reading this series. Before we get started, I just want to remind our viewers that if you like seeing more yaoi content and would like to support this channel, please don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Feel free to message me in my Twitter or Instagram at Sealed Fujoshi, which I'll be using to interact with viewers about more yaoi content. If that's something that interests you, feel free to follow at Sealed Fujoshi. Finally, this video will contain explicit content and a lot of manhwa spoilers. With that in mind, please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Now, without further ado, let's jump into chapter 65 of Painter of the Night. We need another fever, this time on Nayeom instead of Sungha. Because Nayeom needs to somehow blabber that it wasn't his freaking fault that he got kidnapped. Like, seriously. Nayeom, I know it's a lot of courage to say what happened, but don't you think it's much better to say the truth to Sungha right now? I can't get over how Hannah told Sungha that Nayeom despises arrogant and filthy nobles, right? Because when I heard this, I'm like, yes, you go, girl. You got our back. I also wanted to tell him that, like, seriously, straight into Sungha's face. But then again, this comment by Hannah Nuna made me wonder also because it kind of sounds like Nayeom has a history with other nasty nobles before. Because, try rereading it, Hannah Nuna basically said that Nayeom hates nobles from his past. So it kind of makes me wonder, who are these nobles that Nayeom hates? Maybe this is one of the reasons why he ran away from home. Maybe we will finally get the answer on why Nayeom's Nunas told him to never come back to Kisang, right? But then again, it's okay to also assume that during, this period in Korea, that it was pretty noble for a lot of lower class members to hate nobility. Maybe that's what Hannah Nuna means, but whatever it is, we need to stay close on this development, along with many, 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 many other loose ends in this series. My personal opinion, though, is I seriously hope that Hannah Nuna gets Nayeom out of Sungha's residence. Honestly, Sungha is pissing me off at this point that Nayeom really deserves something better. I still don't understand why Nayeom didn't tell him he wasn't he didn't run away and that he was kidnapped. Just going along with the idea that he ran away, it's so frustrating, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the readers of this series is frustrated about the same thing. But I'm also at the point where I don't care anymore. I just want to see a new seme for Nayeom to take him away from Sungha, Because a part of me is saying that Sungho doesn't deserve Nayeon, but oh damn, the only reason I'm reading this series is because the art. My freaking heart hurts for Nayeon because even though Sungho doesn't deserve him, the art, man, and the story, it's so addicting. Like, I can't get over it. I'm scared for our little painter boy Nayeon, and I really hope that Mr. Kim collects the courage and say something soon and make the psychopath Sungha look like a fool. And I hope, and this is only a hope, I don't think it will come true, that Sungha better say sorry, or I swear to my baby Jesus I will smack Sungha into my universe just so I can slap him in reality. But you know, again, like I keep telling on my previous episodes, that a part of me understands why Nayeon can't tell Sungha about the whole kidnapping, because you know, at this moment, you know, he's also afraid that he will die and other people might die when he spills the truth. But then again, a part of me is like, his sister is gonna get hurt also. And I have a feeling that regardless of whether Nayeon says or doesn't say anything, Mr. Kim is also gonna get hurt. This is so frustrating. Like every week it's so frustrating to read Painter of the Night, but I love this series. This series is one of my favorites. And back to Mr. Kim, that as much as I want Mr. Kim to tell Sungha what happened to Nayeon or whatever his hunch is, I'm afraid that he'll somewhat die, exactly what Mr. Kim is thinking at the beginning of this chapter. Like, Sungha is a loose cannon right now. He might start slashing left and right. Everybody's gonna drop like flies. But, you know, I have this feeling that if Mr. Kim sees that Nayeon is suffering, that he'll tell Sungha a little bit of what happened or what he thinks he knows. Either that, you know, Sungha's reaction will be mad at Mr. Kim for not telling him the truth earlier, or Sungha is just gonna snap totally and freaking kill Jiwa. You know, we haven't even heard from Jiwa this past couple of weeks. You know, we know he's in that hut, going hot and heavy with no name, but you know, that's a discussion for a different chapter when Gyeondak finally makes a appearance for those two psychos. Anyway, with all of the characters involved with the whole Nayeon and Sungha relationship, I can feel that at this point, Sungha is on the verge of insanity. I think it keeps on piling on Sungha right now. Like, I mean, it's piling on Nayeon too, but come on, like, he got the freaking letter, and then Jiwa confessed to him, and then he confessed to Nayeon, and then Nayeon disappeared because Nayeon got kidnapped, and then Sungha feels that he was rejected, and now they're destroying each other. And you know, the Nuna is here. Hena Nuna is here. I don't know how much more Sungha's sanity can hold up. I I think he's gonna blow up very soon. Like, I don't think he can stand this anymore. Overall, though, this series is not a bad story at all. It's pretty good, even though it's slow for me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you listeners feels like there's no progression in this series. But we're all prepared for it. I think the whole reason why we're still watching and like reading and you're still listening to this show is because even if you hate all the characters in this series, you love them again, and then hate them again, and then love them again. It's a very emotional roller coaster to be a fan of Painter of the Night. And with that, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to follow my social media to be teased about some of the boys' love that I'm interested in. Feel free to leave me a message and converse with me. I'd love to hear back from you. Also, don't forget to support the author. All the manual details can be found in the description below. Again, thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time.